Boom! All right. Kenvin here, and today we have a blue case Crossroads. What's in here? You probably know it's a Crossroads. What is that, Kenman? Well, let's find out together. This is from the N Valley Neil collection. He sent me a bunch of his cool knives to kind of check out, review, share with all of you. Thank you so much, Neil. Let's get into this and see what we've got today. The case Crossroads tested. We have a OD green burlap laminate orange G10 smooth XR Sod Buster Jr. Okay, S35VN it says. There it is. Okay. Boom. Classic Sod Buster Jr. from Case. This knife has been around. There's many versions. Our boy Bob from Bob's Pocket Knives has an amazing collection of that. I'll put a link in for him down in the description. Go check him out if you're interested in these knives. He's got a bunch of them. This is a really cool classic knife, just a slip joint style right here, but this is the Crossroads. It's got some new features, some updated version of the traditional case pattern. What do we got? So we've got the burlap micarta with that orange G10 on the liner, which is a removable scale. The original Sod Buster Jr. would have been pinned, so you wouldn't have that option to take that off or make any type of adjustments. So that's kind of cool that if you did want to put some custom scales on there or something, you certainly could. Also has the S35VN blade steel on there. So you got the case and then it's got the dots. That tells you what year it was made. You can look that up if you're interested. And XR USA written on that side. Boom. Solid feel. No half stop, just one long pull on this slip joint. I like the contour of the micarta. That feels really nice. And that orange really pops. So you can look at the build quality here. Nice and smooth finish. All the edges kind of line up. No real rough spots. Feels good in the hand. Kind of pointy right there. I mean, I'm not saying it's sharp, but it almost has kind of like an edge to it. That is a little bit of a point on there. I don't mind it too much, but I feel like you could almost maybe round that out just a little bit. Got the little XX logo from the case. XX in the side of the scale right there. Then you have the info written tight up on the blade, but other than that, there is no information. So you just got that nice design just to kind of soak it in and enjoy it. This burlap has got some nice contour to it, but it also, see the little pit marks, the little holes, the little texture that's got that extra little grip that burlap micarta has. I enjoy it quite a bit. Some people might be turned off. It kind of looks almost like a cork where it's kind of missing some spots, but that's just part of the texture of the micarta. I don't really mind that at all. The other thing that I noticed, instead of a nail nick, I don't know what they call this with the little nail hole, I guess. So the hole goes all the way through rather than just a little nick that you can get in there with your nail for opening and closing. Although I can pinch open this fairly well. I do prefer a half stop personally on knives like this, so that when you get to here, it would have that solid stop on that halfway area and then open the rest of the way. And when you go to close it, it'll also bang into that half stop. This just has one long pull to it. What do you prefer? It is really cool that you got an S35VN blade steel on there. And then the fact that you could change out those scales is also very nice. This is just a solid user, a knife that your grandpa would have back in the day, but updated to a more modern time. S35 on the steel, that is some real deal stuff right there. But other than that, it's pretty much the same classic design. So blade has just a tiniest little bit of a wiggle to it. Centered nicely. Since it's a slip joint, no real detent or anything, but it does lock out this way. You can push it down, but it is a solid for just a pinch opening. I would give that about a 4, not really too difficult to open, but when it is open, it's solid. I do kind of like the finish on that S35 VN as well. It kind of has a blued kind of a slight tone to it. I like it. Feels nice. Feels really light as well. This would be a great 5th pocket secondary carry. How many Sod Busters do you have? I think of all of them that I've seen, which is quite a few, this is probably one of my favorites. All right, so we are looking at under about 6 3/8 end to end, 2 3/4 on the blade with a 2 5/8 cutting surface with a big curve on the front of the belly, and 3 1/8 on the handle length. 0.08. 0.08 carries almost all the way out. It stays pretty thick. It starts to taper right there at the end, kind of where the tip is. But pretty thin. 0.08. Handle, I like it. It's a little bit thicker. 0.5. 0.63. It's kind of like a rounded feel. That contour feels nice. Thickest this way, 0.7, and thickest part of the blade, 6.2. And this battery will never die. Or maybe it will tomorrow. We don't know. It's been a long time coming. All right. 1.54, definitely light. Under 2 for me almost seems too light, like it's going to blow away. If it's a smaller knife, I get it, but it's not too terribly short or small, but that is definitely light. Some people like a really light knife. What do you prefer? I like a little more beef. 3.29 on the drop bear. Great daily carry size. We'll check out. I have the classic Sod Buster right here. 2.05, a little bit heavier on that one there. We'll look at them comparatively in a second here. So 1.54 on the weight there. I like the hole. I think that's cool. It's not something that you're flicking out or anything like that. It's just over the groove cut or the hole. I think the styling of the hole is cool. All right, Kaiser Drop Bear is a great bug out killer, great EDC user, fidget friendly. A lot of jimps up on there. Not quite a full size knife. 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch larger on the back, maybe a 1/4 inch longer on the front as well. So I mean, the Sod Buster Jr. is not tiny, but it's definitely a little bit smaller than a 3/4 size. Here is the classic Sod Buster Jr. right there. You can see they really haven't changed much. All the different models are very similar, obviously. Different handle, different blade. Shape is about the same. Looks like, though, there's a hollow grind on here. This does not look like a hollow grind on the S35, but it does look like one on mine with this standard stainless. I have the Delron handle, a little bit more squared off, and this has a little bit more contour and rounded edges to it. There's the pins instead of the screws. Get that size comparison there. Really about the same. Real big pin there for the pivot. Any other differences that anyone notices that I'm not seeing? It almost does look like, too, that this part is a little bit pointier than here. Although it's kind of a sharper edge, but it almost looks like it just has a little bit more of a point on that one. If anything, that would be where I'd curve it off, although it does kind of help keep your pinky on there. Sod Buster Jr. What a cool knife, huh? Just a simple, fun slip joint. All right, so this would be the one, though. The Crossroads burlap laminate XR Sod Buster Jr. Okay, paper cut test. I'm not sure how much he's used some of these knives, how much he's carried if they've been sharpened. Let's see. Ooh, that needs a little work. Ooh, yeah, he may have used this one. It's definitely has some, let's just check and see what just a couple of passes on the strop would do. Not sharpening it, just going in and touching it up on that strop just to see. This definitely has some issues. I'm going to need to go in and sharpen this. We can't really give it a brand new sharpness test. Right now, I'd give it like a 4, maybe 3.5, 4. It definitely feels sharp, but there might be some little spots we need to get in there and work on a little bit. I'll see if he wants me to try to sharpen it up or not. Maybe we'll do that on a live stream or something. But this is Neil's knife. I got to send it back to him, so I don't want to mess around with it too much if he doesn't want me to or whatever. He probably wouldn't care. What do we think? Who likes the Sod Buster Jr.? Other case knives that I could check out. Fun one right here. Cool style. I dig it. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.